One of these reverends from the suburbs used the term morally dubious. And I think what they're doing is morally dubious. I think when you're like a minister or something and you refuse to feed in your own church, that you want to go to other people's parks where their kids play, where they go to the library, and think that it's somehow right for you to just ignore our laws and just set up and just start doing this. I mean, I think that's morally dubious. The county is perfectly happy with letting us be the repository of every problem in Broward County. Hollywood seems like they're ready to clean up their act. They have had a ridiculous situation down there for like 20 years. They're buying out the homeless boys. It's going to go somewhere. It's going to get closer to us probably. If Oakland Park is trying to shut down a soup kitchen, I feel like we're going to be the new Hollywood here. I think we have to defend these laws. I think our citizens want these laws. And I mean, we're opening up all these churches for people that actually can look at their parishioners in the eye and say, yes, we're going to do this because we're not hypocrites. I mean, when you can come in from the suburbs and do this, you're a total hypocrite. I want to look at you in the eye and just tell you, I can't believe what you're doing to our children in this city. I mean, why don't you do it in Coral Springs?
We do.
You don't?
We do.
I mean, why doesn't Sheriff Israel, who lives in a gated community in Parkland, who has the gall to tell us what we're doing is wrong? These people are perfectly happy with the funnel that is set up to gather all the people that just don't fit in society and drop them in Stranahan Park every morning. And it's going to be like that until we, set up. Maybe you guys should set up a warehouse out by the airport and just start providing free food and 7-day-a-week this and everything and lockers and showers before some judge jumps out and overreaches and claims you have to do this within 50 feet of the center of our downtown or something like that. The judiciary is totally out of control. You guys should appeal this because they're out of control. These are burned out old hippies that are on the bench. Half of them have ponytails, and they're sitting up there telling us all how to live our lives. The judiciary, the elected leaders, it's ridiculous. We got to let these these judges that make themselves famous with their court decisions.
Focus on this issue.
Like this Pottinger guy. Like, is he even alive anymore? Who even knows? There's judges out there that have made a decision that we are stuck with for the rest of time. I mean, we have to appeal these things. We just never appeal. Other cities appealed them. Orlando did a very good job of appealing them. From what I understand, every law that we created has been defended in other cities. So I don't see the problem of pushing our rights because it seems like we're right. Right on the law. We're right with the public in this city anyways. I mean, everybody wants to feed in somebody else's backyard. Everyone else they have no problem in Australia saying, that's terrible what they're doing over there. I don't think it's stopping them coming here. So appeal this, and we're behind you, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. King. Pastor Pontillo.
We cannot talk about homeless people as if they're not human beings. Many people are a paycheck away from being homeless. So in the next recession that comes, the city needs to be prepared for that because some people in this room may be homeless. So we have to stop this talking like there's some other species of humans. They're people that have fallen upon hard times. We cannot segregate people and send them out to some ghetto somewhere or to some place. We have to get along. And if they had a place to shower and get clothes and go look for a job, you're not even going to know who they would assimilate into society. We have created the problem of dumping them on the street because we don't have adequate housing for people that fall on hard times. And then we want to now segregate them to special zones so we can have our zones of privilege. That's not the way this America works. We have to get along with all human beings. This is a human rights issue. The human rights commissions we're losing credibility in the world because we're seeing when you criminalize homeless people and you're causing them to be criminals just for not having a home, that's looked down upon in the rest of the world. So we have to get away from the criminalization. It costs money to house people in jail. It takes people and gives them a record. These people are coming out with trespassing violations, urination violations. public sleeping if they just want to lay their head down. They're afraid to put their backpacks down because they're afraid of getting them confiscated. So how are they going to go look for a job? These are oppressive laws. You need to stop it today. People are suffering. Those things you can get rid of. All the criminalization laws, clogging up our jails, taking our police time, putting the jails are not our shelters, okay? And it costs more money to house people in jail than give housing. So we should do that today, right? It's cheaper. It costs the taxpayer less money. People are now showering. They're going to have a place to have a foundation so they can go look for a job. So we're not talking bad about them. Because, yes, people fall into despair. Sometimes they give up because the system has failed them. We are the system. You are in charge. You can get rid of criminalization today if you want to. And I urge you to do that. I've stood here a couple of times in the wee hour of the mornings, as many of these other people have, and I'm glad we have a full room this time because we didn't last time. So none of this got out last time. Immediately, it was done in the dark. And that we shouldn't have government that's done in the dark. I'm sorry. Okay, we need to do these things in the light, especially big issues that now are affecting the entire world. Segregation is wrong. Discrimination is wrong. There's nothing to negotiate. People need to get along. We need to take care of people. What are we going to negotiate? Where Rosa Parks should sit in the middle of the bus or the front? No, it's discrimination. We can't discriminate against homeless people. The park is for everybody. But if the fact that they're all there is because they don't have a place to go to the bathroom because there's no city bathrooms in Fort Lauderdale. Can you please put some bathrooms in the city?
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to